everybody, I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode of my Sims 4 Law and Order SVU series. If you missed any of the previous episodes, please go back and watch them, and please pay attention to the information provided in the description of the video, especially if you or someone you know is in need of help. That's why the information is there. Before I get back into gameplay and storytelling today, I would like to very briefly discuss dealing with isolation. I did not want to do this video topic, but a friend of mine told me that I could help a lot of people because I have managed to make a life for myself and not go too stir crazy, and I have spent a lot of time indoors. A lot of people out there are having a difficult time being cooped up. So, I am going to give you some of my advice. A lot of what is in this video are things that work for me. So the first thing I would like to say is keep yourself informed about the pandemic and practice social distancing. But don't spend too much time watching news or reading news about this pandemic. I am a person who keeps up with the news on a daily basis. I always have, ever since I reached adulthood. But I try to limit it. I will watch the news for maybe 2 hours a day, and that's it. And then I'm off to other things, because if you continuously watch the same news over and over and over again, that can make you feel very depressed. The second thing that I do that is very, very important, I should have actually talked about this as the number one thing. When you're at home, when you're working from home, as I do often, you must make a schedule for yourself. This will help you to feel that even if you're indoors, you are getting things done, and they're important things, and you will feel accomplished when you get the things done on your schedule. So make a schedule always. Make your bed always. Try to declutter the space around you, because sometimes being in a cluttered area can make you feel cluttered in other ways. It can make you feel depressed or disoriented, like you have no direction, but you want to have direction. So try to make sure that your space is clean. While you are stuck home because of this pandemic, you can read enjoyable books. Don't read any depressing books unless you feel that the story will in the end inspire you. It is a good idea to own a Kindle or a Nook, because you can buy books without having to deal with shipping, and a Kindle or a Nook can help you save bookshelf space, and you can enlarge the print if you need it, or make the print smaller if you need it. You can also go to audiobooks and listen to your books. And they have a deal with Amazon and Kindle, I believe. I do know that I found out about Audible books when I was looking for books for my Kindle, and I got a 30-day free trial the first time I signed up for Audible books. While you're at home, you can play cards. You can play board games if you own board games. You can play computer games. You can keep a grateful journal. Write down all the things that you are happy with. And read those things back. To yourself. This will help you put things in perspective. Make lists of things you want to do after you get out of isolation. And I am still working from home on ideas for my nonprofit. I even named my nonprofit. For about a year, I had the mission statement, but no name for my nonprofit. And a name is very helpful. I suggest that you go outside if you have a private yard so that you get the air that you need, or you can go out to a balcony or a porch if you live in an apartment. You can exercise. I do a lot of sit-ups, and you can do push-ups indoors, and you can do weights. I do a lot of weights. If you cannot go outside, I recommend purchasing a sun lamp Sun lamps are believed to help with depression because a lot of people have seasonal depression during the winter months when it gets dark early. When I am at home, I make sure that I read a lot. That does not just include books. I read fan fiction websites, and the fan fiction websites are still going very strong. There are some wonderful authors on fan fiction websites, and I will talk about that in another video. But you can watch TV shows and catch up on everything that you missed before you had this time. My grandfather told me to laugh at least once a day, and that will keep you healthy. If you have a difficult time laughing, then watch some comedy, listen to some comedy. A lot of my community, the communities that I belong to, are offering online classes, and sometimes you can get classes by phone, and you can check to see about online support groups. I know one of my communities does an online support group now for people that are really having a hard time with the isolation, really feel bored out of their mind and disoriented. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And I watch YouTube videos when I'm trying to get away from anything negative, such as coronavirus or this pandemic. I suggest that you learn something that you always wanted to learn, but never had the time to do. You can learn a language, for example. I am teaching myself Spanish, and I use YouTube. I talked about this in another video, but it's important to mention again here. I use YouTube to study Spanish, and I use online sources and apps and websites in order to do that. It's not just Spanish. You can learn pretty much any language you want to. One thing that has become very important to me is video calls. You can speak to your loved ones using video calling. This makes it feel like the person that you are talking to or the people you are talking to are right in the room with you. And we've had this technology for years, but I think that it's being used now more than ever. Stay safe, healthy, and positive. And I will be back with gameplay. I'm back, and I'm controlling Olivia Benson, who has invited Rafael Barba over to help her deal with her stress. They're both very stressed out, and they help each other through it. So Olivia is going to vent. She is going to ask him about his day. How's he holding up? She's going to flatter him because she wants to make him feel better. She wants to ask about work. She wants to embrace him. She's going to tell him one of her secrets because he's her confidant. She's going to compliment his appearance. She is going to talk about cooking with him because he likes to eat. I'm looking for a subtle romantic gesture. She's gonna blow him a kiss. Because really, I want him to start flirting with her. That went over well, I think. Okay, and she could ask him to join the household or ask him to be a roommate. But I'm not going to have her do that right now. In case he wants to spend the night, I did have her buy a Murphy bed. It's the first time I'm using the Murphy bed. It definitely won't be the last, and I'm definitely going to be building something with the Murphy bed in it. I have at least 2 builds in mind. Similar builds in mind. Where I'm going to use the Murphy bed very soon. I'm sure I'll use it a bunch of times, but I'm thinking about these 2 builds that I'm planning on building very, very soon. She's gonna flirt a little bit more. I don't want them to go for their first kiss right now. She's going to... Can she assign him this bed? I want to see. As long as he's here, can she assign him the bed? So she can put bed down, and then I think she should be able to assign it to him so he can be a temporary roommate. I just don't want him to lose his apartment. He is one of my main characters in the series. Okay. And they can she can assign the left side of the bed to... Oh. So she can't assign it to him. I thought she could. You know what? I'm gonna have him assign left side of the bed to... No. Assign right side of the bed to... Okay. She is going to continue to be romantic with him. Maybe she can ask him to spend the night, and he'll spend the night in the new bed. She's gonna try some sweet talk and some flirting. Really? Okay, so she's not gonna try for a while. Let's do a smooth apology. You know what it is? Barbara is in love with her, and he thinks that she is being flirtatious. He thinks that she's being flirtatious because of everything that's going on in the world, and that she is just feeling vulnerable and lonely. because everybody's life has changed over the last few weeks with this quarantine. I have a friend who is supposed to be graduating from university with her master's degree. She's also already a teacher, so she is teaching online, which she's never had to do before, and doing her classes, of course, the rest of her coursework online. Her graduation may be canceled, and everyone is just stressed out. That's why I tell you guys, it's important to stay informed, it's important to be careful, but you can't saturate yourself with this all the time. Please practice self-care as much as you can. And people will get through this. And maybe while you have to be quarantined, you will think of a nice organization to run in the future that will help people. And you can use this time wisely to improve the world in the future. Just like I am working on my nonprofit still, and I will be filling out another application to be a rape counselor. Most of that training is online, but maybe with this corona outbreak, or I'm sorry, this pandemic, the whole thing will be online, which at this point would be easier for me because of my mobility issues. I'm not saying this is a good thing. I'm saying that you and I can make the best of it, in my humble opinion. And I hope this is the last time that I have to speak about this pandemic on my channel and in this series. But I think maybe my friend is right. Maybe I have some pointers that I talked about earlier in the video that will help you to make the best of your time. Maybe I'm helping you not go stir crazy, or not feel cooped up. And if I can help you in any small way get through this difficult time, that is what I want to do. Because as I said in the beginning of the video, this is the last thing I wanted to discuss. I wanted to do a topic and pretend like this whole situation wasn't even happening, because I want to be as normal as I possibly can be. And watching YouTube videos has really helped me do that. But that's just me. Oh, that went over well. So with that, I'm ending this episode here, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Be happy, healthy, and stay very safe.